Hey, what's up everyone? It's your girl Brand Shanae, and today I'm going to be doing my October TBR.
Every single day, I'm gonna make something great. That's my way. Every single day, I'm gonna make.
Alright, so the first book that's on my TBR is of course Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets, which is the second book. I'm so excited to finally read this. I read the first book last month in September, and I'm so glad I did and that I finally started reading these books. And all I can say is, like, I'm super excited to find out more detail about this book that is different than the movie. And I've heard this is a great book, so I'm definitely looking forward to this. And yeah, and of course this is the 20th anniversary edition as well, which is opposed to the first book that I read last month in September. So yeah, so definitely looking forward to reading the second book. And so the next book that I'll be reading in October is, of course, A Blade So Black by L.L. McKinney. I'm super excited to read this. This is a retelling of Alice in Wonderland. And of course you have a black girl protagonist, which I'm super excited for. This is the first book of retelling of Alice in Wonderland that has a black protagonist. Also, I heard there's many zombies in it, supposedly. I'm not really sure, but this cover is amazing. It's phenomenal. Just get a look at that. And I am super excited to read this, you guys. I've heard nothing but great things about it, and I also know that Angie Thomas had did a blurb on it. So of course I got to read this book. So this is definitely the second book that I'll be reading in October. The next book that I already finished, but I read, that I read in October is Strange the Dreamer by Laini Taylor, and of course you see it's annotated. I'm really excited about this book and I'm speechless because since I read this, you already know what's the next book that I'm going to be reading for October, and that is A Muse of Nightmares, also by Laini Taylor. And I've already started reading it. As you can see, I've already have some annotated already. And I'm super thrilled to read this. It's amazing. Laini Taylor's writing is phenomenal. I'm super excited to read this. I don't know how many times I said that, but I can't say it enough. And once again, I'm wanting to know more about Laszlo and Sarai, especially what has happened to them since the first book. So I'm definitely excited to read this. This is the paperback edition of Strange the Dreamer, but I do want to get the hardcover so that it matches with this. But I'm super excited for this, you guys. And last but not least, this is the final book that I'm going to be reading in October, The Lady's Guide to Petticoats and Piracy by Mackenzie Lee, which is the sequel of The Gentleman's Guide to Vice and Virtue. I'm super excited. I already started reading this book, and all I can say is, wow. I'm really in love with Felicity and what she's trying to accomplish, especially trying to be a doctor in a world where men feel that women do not deserve and aren't allowed and should not be allowed to be in any type of medical field. They could be a nurse, but they can't be a doctor or anything of that sort, which I find that's crazy. There's so many women in this world, especially in the 1700s and before then, that have done amazing things regarding medicine. So I'm super excited to read this, you guys, and want to know more about Felicity and her journey, and also see if there's anything included when it comes to Percy and Monty and how they're doing with their relationship. So I'm super excited to read this as well, you guys. So altogether, this is my TBR for October. As you can see, there's only 5 books, which I hope I can get through this in 5 books. I can't do more than 5 books a month. I would do a bigger TBR, but I just can't do it because I don't want to stress myself out trying to read all these books in a month. Just can't do it, especially with my schedule, my children, work. It's just, it's hectic. But anyway, this is my TBR, you guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. It wasn't very long due to the fact that my TBR isn't as big as, others. But anyway, once again, I hope you enjoyed this TBR. Let me know what you're reading this month. If you already read these books, what do you think about them? And, just leave me any comment and I'll be happy to answer any comment or just, reply or have a little chat with you. But thank you so much, you guys. See ya!